Independence High School for the 2020 border battle. Independence versus Summit High School tonight on this opening night of football in Williamson County, August the 21st. I'm Michael Williams alongside my buddy Paul Breece. And Paul, talk to us a little bit about what we need to know as these two teams take the field.
Hey, what we know is we have football. How about that?
We do have football.
And it is a border battle. So, again, these two schools, not in the same region, not even the same classification, but yet there's no love lost between them. I think what we're going to see here is this. Listen, Summit, they're going to have a target on their back this year, Michael Williams, because they were the state 5A runner-up last year. I know it's hard to believe when people say that out loud. They're like, what, Summit was in the state championship last year? Absolutely, my friends.
Summit coming up short against Knoxville Central last year in the state championship game, but it was Coach Coleman's first time to take these Summit Spartans all the way to the state championship. These Indy Eagles also coming in. They went a game deep last year, I believe, before losing to Brentwood in the second round of the state. Indy with a 7-5 record last year. And again, just like you talked about, no love lost between these two, separated by about 10 minutes of driving time. But this is the border battle, and it's great to have football back again.
Man, I tell you what, Michael Williams, I've watched a lot of golf. I've watched a lot of cornhole. I've watched a lot of Korean baseball. But I tell you what, this is what I've been waiting for, and I am thrilled. You know, whether we see a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes out there, a lot of missed tackles, it doesn't matter because it's football time in Williamson County.
It is football time in Williamson County. These two teams come in with not the ideal amount of preparation that they would normally have for a game like this, for this opening night. Scrimmages have been limited by and large.
Yeah, no scrimmages.
No scrimmages.
They got no 7-on-7s. They just got released to do contact, you know, not too long ago. So, yeah, everybody's handcuffed. Everybody's starting on the same page. Either we're going to see a lot of scoring or a lot of scoring chances for sure with the turnovers.
Coach Brian Coleman, like we talked about, leads his Summit squad into tonight's game. Coach Scott Blade, he the head coach of the Independence Eagles. Talked about their records before. Talk about a couple of the players we want to keep an eye on tonight.
For the Independence Eagles?
Either or.
Well, I tell you what, you know, Summit's going to get the ball first. So let's talk about them. Destin Wade, the quarterback, this guy's got some Power 5 offers already, along with his brother Keaton, who currently is not listed on the starting lineup. But, you know, they have a lot of people back and from that runner-up finish. And, you know, again, Coach Coleman has got to be excited about where his, you know, his program stands, because not too long ago, you know, this is a 10-year anniversary of the school. There was a lot of zeros in the win column for the Summit Spartans. So to take these guys to the 5A state championship, and now right here, this is kind of a statement game usually, right, to see where you are in your preseason workouts. Well, now, you know, from what I can understand, both of these squads, this may be a, you know, a situation where, hey, let's try to develop some depth, okay? How good of in shape are these guys in game condition? And so we're going to see a lot of guys, I think, mix in and mix out for sure.
Set to kick it away, Sam Hinkie for Independence, and set to receive for Summit. And we are about underway here in Williamson County, and the 2020 high school football season is underway. Summit takes the ball at their own goal line. Big hole. Man. And that is, check our rosters here.
Yeah, number 10, that's Brandon King.
So King will bring it out to about the 39-yard line where...
Well, listen, I don't know if you know this, Michael. He's Brandon King, former Grassland General.
Aha.
Came down here after his 8th grade year. Looks like, man, he almost took one back to the house.
So 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Wade breaks through the line and is taken down just beyond the 45-yard line. A pickup of about 6, maybe 7 yards on a first down.
Well, Destin Wade, we're going to see a lot of dose of that right there, Michael Williams. Number one is going to get the direct snap, and he's just going to follow whoever's going to, And listen, this is a great situation for him because, again, we talked about not a lot of takedown tackling, with these both squads in the preseason. So
Wade again, the give to number 28, that's Jacalian Cotton. And Cotton crosses midfield. Looks like he'll have enough for the first down, and he does as they move the chains on the other side. There you see the starters for Summit. Destin Wade, who we've been talking about, Cotton, who just carried the ball, Caleb Jolly, the wide receiver, Maddox Reed, and Brady Pierce, and Zach Switzer. The line, Mullins, Jewell, Garber, Koch, and the outside lineman, Ryan Smith. So we've got a whistle before the play begins, and we'll likely have a false start. Probably
one of many
mistakes that we'll likely see tonight, we suspect.
And that's just a timing thing. And, this is where you start digging into that 1st and 15 playbook because you may as well get used to it. I think it may not be the first time that we have a false start, and it may not be the first time in this series we may have a false start, right?
So the Spartans backed up to their own 45-yard line. They had crossed midfield. Keep an eye out tonight also for Jackson Campbell for Indy. He's the receiver. We'll talk about him in a little bit once Indy has the ball. The give up the gut. And there you see the defensive starters for Independence. Tommy Moynihan, Reedling, Cruz, Jackson Rosenblum, the defensive end, Brady Jenkins, Josh Armour, Ethan Pickering, Brooke Saponi, Andrew Holloway, River Katina, and Chase Harmon, the D-back. The 2nd down and 13 after the short gain. Wade looking to his right, firing across the middle. And pass is caught by number 2. That's Caleb Jolly. And Jolly is across midfield.
Caleb Jolly, the senior, probably going to be the number 1 target for Wade tonight with his brother Keaton out of the game. Listen, Michael, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that it had been raining for the past couple hours. And what I thought may have been a battle between the hash marks and the lines. With the rain stopped, we may get to see a little air going up here.
Kind of dried out a little bit. It's pouring down rain when I get here. Jolly again on the give, crosses the 45 up close to the 40, but he's going to be short of the first down. Summit kids looking over at their sidelines, and they're going to go very quickly. As the hurry up happens, Wade looks to the side.
Let's see if they can get a jump here.
Wade again to the left side, and he'll have it and a little bit more as he's able to break through to the Independence 36-yard line. So Wade has the first down on a 4th down run.
That's a situation, Michael Williams, where normally you would see a team maybe run a hard count or run the punting team out there and do a hard count. When you got number 1 in the backfield, you don't have to do stuff like that.
Wade again, first down from the 36. Ball on the floor, and Wade able to corral it before it got away from him. And Indy, or Summit rather, lucky to come away with that one.
Yeah. And well, give Destin Wade a lot of credit because when he pulled it out of the belly of the running back Jolly right there, who got lit up, I think that's where he lost a little bit of the ball when he was trying to pull it back out.
2nd down and 6, ball on the ground again, and I think we're going to have another false start. So the second one in this series. Destin, a fantastic basketball player, too.
Oh, sure. Well, here's the interesting thing. Ty Garber, the center for the Summit Spartans, I obviously maybe you've noticed it as well, but it's been short on a lot of snaps in this series. And Destin Wade has had to do a lot of scooping, and he's athletic enough to recover from that. But we'll see if Garber can get it back there to him safely.
So a loss on they back up the Summit Spartans, and that pass complete to number 13. That's Brady Pierce, and he's hauled out of bounds close to the first down. Pierce, number 13, he's down to about the 29-yard line.
Well, this Summit Spartan team is loaded with juniors, and a lot of juniors that play a lot of minutes and a lot of snaps.
3rd down and 1. That give inside to number 28, that's Jacalian Cotton again. Ball is on the ground, and Indy players pointing their direction. And let's see who comes out of the pile with it. And looks like it's going to stay Summit's way. So 2 fumbles, 2 false starts to start this series. We suspected as much. Probably not the most seamless game that you're ever going to see, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. These kids, again, kind of a crash course in football this summer. They weren't altogether clear they were going to play this year.
Yeah, yep. It was definitely late in the game.
So a whistle before the play occurs. I think we might have a clock issue. We do. We had a scoreboard issue, so we're back down to 7:55 here in the first quarter. 4th down and 3 coming up for Summit. Ball on the 29 of Indy. Talked about this game last year, Paul Breece. Summit actually put their season on the map with a big win over Independence to begin the year last year. I believe that final was 35 to 15 last season. And Indy went on to, or Summit rather went on to win, I think, 12 games total. Finished the year at 12-2. But Coach Coleman has this young squad in good position down here in the southern part of the county, as the give is up the middle to the 25-yard line. Trey Hunter, the senior, up to the 25, and that's enough for a Summit first down. Coach Breece talked about the weather before the game. It was pouring down rain all afternoon, and I've even got my raincoat on still up here. And again, it looks like we might have a clock issue.
Man, I tell you what, everybody's having some issues. You know, listen, clock, sure. Listen. You know, I haven't counted up the play on the drive, but I think we're getting close to double digits, right? Maybe a 10-play drive here?
Thereabouts.
We've had 2 4th-down conversions.
2 4th downs, 2 fumbles, 2 false starts, 2 clock issues. And a partridge in a pear tree.
There you go.
So now we've got it straightened out, it looks like. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line is Summit. Wade again, looking to his left, firing to his left. Pass is complete to Caleb Jolly, and Jolly taken down in a hurry.
Wow. That is a tough long throw for a quarterback, even in the pros. And you know, Destin Wade is trying to prove to colleges out there that, yeah, I want to play quarterback in college. Obviously, with his size and speed and abilities, they could put him anywhere on the field, right? But I think his desire is to play college or quarterback for sure.
Well, he gets the call on that play and runs it up to the 20-yard line. Pickup of maybe 2 on the play. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter of this border battle between these two cross-county rivals. Well, they're not even cross-county. They're only about 10 minutes away from each other.
Same county.
Same county.
Same town, right? Thompson Station a town?
Thompson Station is indeed a town.
There we go.
So 3rd down and 6 for Wade and company. 2 receivers to his left, moves his man to the left, and again, Trey Hunter, I believe, on the carry, and he is shoved back by that Indy defense.
Well, here we go, Michael Williams. Indy's figured out, okay, we're going to sell out defensively on the run. You're going to have to throw the ball to beat us. And not a lot of luck so far.
Not a lot of luck so far.
So 4th and long.
So 4th down and 6 coming up. They are in kind of the gray area of.
It seems like they've used up about 10 minutes of the clock here, but only halfway through the first quarter. And if they convert this, well, we're going to get a quick timeout, I think, for sure.
So Coach Coleman, he'll call his troops to the side for Summit, their first timeout of the half. As they say, Indy defense kind of bowing its neck here as we wrestle with the Yellow Jacket up here in the.
Bam, got it. Little contact right there. The boys up here cheering me on. I have to make a little connection right there. Paid off for, well, no, it's back.
The joys of calling high school football on top of the press box.
Yeah, I mean, you got a pandemic, but you also got killer hornets up here as well. So we're having to dodge a lot of bullets up here up top.
So it has dried out enough tonight, and it's turned into a lovely evening.
You know, when we first started out, Michael Williams, I remember coming to this field, and there were no houses in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a beautiful sight. I mean, not that the houses are bad for aesthetics, but, you know, you could always see the sunset and everything. It was a great, just a great vision.
So 4th down and 7. Here are the Spartans, the biggest play of their young season. Wade back to pass, trying to break free, uses that big body, breaks across the 20 and to the 15. He's shoved out of bounds.
It's going to be real close.
Super close to the first down.
Had to get to the 15, made it to the 15. The Sticks may have to come out for this one.
Sticks might have to come all the way across the field. Nope.
No, they said forget it.
They said nope. We've
Not
seen
even
enough.
Do it.
Not even close. So Indy.
Wow.
They hold on the 4th down, and the ball finally goes over on downs, and Indy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line.
Well, they say bend, don't break, right?
Exactly.
Good defensive stance there by Indy.
So now we get a chance to talk about the Independence offense. Here's Jackson Campbell, number 8, the senior quarterback.
You call him whatever. All-state receiver, DB last year.
He is a jack of all trades on the football field.
Reconverted into a quarterback.
Calls his own number as he takes off to the left, skirts a couple of tackles and able to get outside, and he's finally taken down at about the 26-yard line. So pickup of about 11 and a 1st down, but we do have a flag.
Crackback block.
And that one looks like it's going to come back.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think it was either. I'd have to. It's hard. You know what? I'm a big fan of the gold jerseys, but the numbers are getting harder and harder to pick up as we get a little older in this game, Michael Williams. So there's your starters right there.
Starters: Jackson Campbell. We talked about him. The senior quarterback. Trey Hardwell is running back. Calvin Wilson, Josh Armour, Ty Lockwood, Brigham Morikawa. Had a big stop on defense a little while ago. Elias Anderson, Camden Smith, Austin Watson, Cade Hollingsworth, and Will Manis round out your O-line. So 1st and 15 for Campbell and company. Looks to his right, fires to his right. Pass is caught by Brigham Morikawa. And Morikawa will take it up to about the 18-yard line.
Well, Caleb Jolly, a pretty good move right there. As you see the defensive starters right there, Michael Williams.
Brymeyer, there's Trey Hunter again. Maddox Reed, Gavin Wells, Jacob Turner, the linebacker, Caleb Jolly, Zach Switzer, Jacqueline Cotton, Kanata Wetz, and Brady Pierce, and John Dippold, the safety for the Summit Spartans. So 1st down, and they'll call it 15, so no gain on the play. Campbell, again, looking across the middle. He'll take it himself and wrestle down just as he crosses the 15-yard line. So maybe a pickup of 1.
Well, again, we talked about Jackson Campbell. He started out his career at Independence as a quarterback, then got caught behind Ethan Cash at quarterback, so they moved him to receiver, DB. Now he's back. Now, here's the difference between him and Wade. 6 foot, Jackson Campbell, 179. When he tries to break a tackle, it's going to be a little bit tougher, whereas, Destin Wade, 6'4", and probably a pretty solid, 185. I'm just guessing, I was never in the carnival for guessing weight, but I do know that if you say go tackle Jackson Campbell or Destin Wade, I'll say, okay, well, I'll try that. Jackson Campbell first.
I remember the Wade twins in 8th grade over at middle school over here.
Spring Station
over here. Thank you. You could tell when those when they were in 8th grade, they were going to be crazy high school athletes.
Ridiculous. They were unbelievable.
So there you see our scoreboard. No score for at the moment, 442 or 503. Take your
I think
your pick.
Coach Scott Blade for Independence, I think, his team is just trying to develop an identity. I mean, the best player is Jackson Campbell, and he's a quarterback. Can he throw it to himself? No, but somehow he's just got to have the ball in his hand as many times as possible.
So 2nd down, 8. Campbell again looking, fires across the middle, and that one will fall incomplete. His intended receiver, Ty Lockwood. And so that'll bring up the 4th down, and the Eagles will have to punt it away.
That's great.
Nice kick.
Got to catch it clean.
And taken down immediately. Holloway on the coverage for Independence.
How about the senior doing a little business right there?
So Summit, after the nice kick and coverage, the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Now our scoreboard is completely out.
I hope that's not a sign, because it all of a sudden got darker over across the way. Man.
So I don't think the referees noticed that, but we'll play anyway. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. We'll do our best to do scoreboard up here. Wade looking, can't find anybody. He'll roll out and got his man.
On the run. Jolly. Caleb Jolly.
The pickup, you're exactly right. To Caleb Jolly, number 2. Okay, well, thank you very much.
I got to tell you, the PA announcer, I don't know what the outage is for, but I do know this. It's getting very dark, and we're in a bad spot. Indeed. If something comes up.
Well, 1st and 10, again, Wade to give to Jolly on the inside.
Well, check that, Michael Williams, number 21 right there.
First mistake of the year. Won't be the last, I promise you.
John
DePold.
I was giving you a chance.
So they call it 2nd down and 8. There's the scoreboard back rolling again. 3:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. And Wade will pull it and head down pass to number 6.
That's Wirtz.
We've got all of our starters, but Kanata Wirtz, the 12th grader, moves the ball to the 32-yard line for be 3rd down and about 8. As the clouds grow quite dark to I'm going to say that's our northeast right there. And there goes the scoreboard once again. Wade fires to his right side this time. That pass is complete to number 10. Help me out, Paul.
Number 10,
Brandon
King.
King crosses the 30-yard line, and we'll have another 4th down.
Well, I just got an update. There's a game going on in Williamson County by not a county school, but located in Brentwood, suspended right now because of the weather.
Aha. I wonder if that's going to be us before too much longer.
I'm going to call. I'm asking Creed right now if I can have shotgun in the van down there.
4th down, and Wade crosses the 25. He's going to be close to the first, and I think he's going to be a little bit short again this time too. So for the second time this quarter, Indy is able to hold on 4th down.
Well, you know what, Michael Williamson? They're going to measure it this time because it's that close to the chains. But last time it was way over here
too
on
far
the
away
independent
last
side.
time.
Yeah. They're like, nope, we're not doing that.
I can't tell if that storm is moving our way or if it's moving away from us.
Let's ask one of these guys who has better eyesight up here with us. The clouds are moving toward us, Michael Williams. I think it's moving toward us.
Glad I got my rain gear on. So they'll bring the sticks out to measure on the Wade run.
And it's going to be short.
Going to be a taste short. So Indy will take over 1st and 10 from about their own 28-yard line. Seems like we had a game a couple of years ago where we had a game on Friday night and we had to finish it up on a Saturday afternoon.
That Brentwood Ravenwood, that was a 2-day. Oh, and there was also Page and Fairview, and I believe that was also the first game of the year. Creed would have to double check me, but that was when a long time ago where oh man.
Campbell, and looks like we're going to have a pass interference call on Brigham Morikawa, the intended receiver, was being hassled down the sideline by the Summit defender.
Yep.
And they'll throw a flag on him so that Indy will have the free 1st down and the 15 yards on the pass interference call.
Well, here's the worst part for Summit. Wirtz, the D-back who got flagged right there, is come up
a little on the gimpy side.
Gimpy side, yeah, and they got to get him out of there. If Scott Blade was watching, he would be saying, let me throw it right back to the he's going to try to get off here. Normally, you just tell the young man, just take a knee. We'll get you. Take your time.
So we're still kind of hobbling around as the referees will confer at midfield, or as close to midfield as possible.
Well, see the head referee right there. I think he's gloved up. He's masked up, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, it's very interesting, Michael Williams, you talk about officials. I officiated a basketball tournament last weekend. I myself did not wear a mask officiating because, one thing, I'm already out of shape as it is. But, yeah, my partner did wear a mask during the so, you know, very interesting also to see these other guys out here officiating differently, mask and gloves and stuff.
So we've got offsetting penalties. So Indy was flagged as well, so we'll just replay it. Campbell again fires down, pass is complete to number 4, Ty Lockwood. Lockwood across the 40-yard line to the 41.
That was a tremendous throw.
So Indy with the 1st down up to their 42. 1:46 to go here in the 1st quarter. Campbell finding a bit of a rhythm now. Rolling to his left, looking, will go long, and this time falls a bit short. Some of the Indy fans wanting a pass interference call, but I don't know that the ball was that catchable, so it brings up 2nd down for the Eagles.
Official scoreboard time is correct at this point. 1:19 left in the 1st quarter. 2nd down, Eagles. 1:19 to go in the 1st quarter.
So 2nd down, and they've got it listed as 2nd down and 8 now. 1:19 remaining here in the first. Coach Blaze confers with his troops. Now they're set. Campbell again, this time Lockwood, the big tight end, and he is up close to the first down. And do they have enough for the first? They do. They move the sticks. And the Eagles in business on the Spartan side of the field. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Campbell again spreading his troops out. 2 receivers left, 2 right now. He'll take it right up under center. Tries to break it to the outside, and the Spartan defense having none of it as Campbell is able to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play.
Bring up second down. 35 seconds.
Kind of rare that you see the quarterback under center anymore, directly under center.
26 and counting.
39 seconds now as the clock is magically disappears one more time. Nevertheless, we are a second down. Campbell again.
Oh, he's pump and go.
Takes off up the middle, and he's knocked down at the 40-yard line. About 3 yards, 2 yards shy of the first down.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
So that'll take us to the end of the first. As we, Paul Breece, have 1 quarter of Williamson County football in the books.
In the books. It's official. Now, can we make it through? Can we make it through this rainstorm? It looks like it's coming up on us. I don't know. But here's the good news. I think our YouTube stream is back up and running.
Fantastic. Hello to everybody on YouTube watching us tonight. Hear this border battle between the Independence Eagles and the Summit Spartans down here in Thompson Station, Tennessee. The Centennial Cougars taking on the Ravenwood Raptors tonight.
Really? Well, there we go.
We'll have Centennial here in a couple of weeks. My home school.
Well, here's the funny thing that with teams that have been having to the non-conference region opponents that either have been told by their mayors or whatnots to not start contact until certain days. For example, Nashville, those Metro teams are not allowed to start. Those teams like Brentwood High School had to scramble to try to find an opponent maybe that also had another team drop out. Well, they did. They found one. Week 2 next week, Brentwood and Brentwood Academy go at it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Let that happen.
And listen, this is the year because Brentwood High is my choice to take this thing. If you're asking me unofficially, they are got some guys. They have some young men that can play.
Well, the guys here are third down on the 40-yard line, and looks like Indy moves.
Yep.
Had third and short. Now it's going to be third and a little bit long as the lineman over there on the right side nudged a little bit, so that's going to back him up 5 yards back to the 45-yard line. That's a game, in my opinion, that should happen every year. They should close off that section of Granny White Pike from Old Hickory Boulevard down to Murray Lane and just have a big party and big parade every year. Brentwood High and Brentwood Academy.
Sure, close snap.
Ball on the floor. Campbell down the middle. This pass
right there
is caught by number 3, Calvin Wilson, with a huge reception. Wilson takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
In plays like that, it can happen for Jackson Campbell because Summit is not going to blitz with a mobile quarterback like Jackson Campbell where they got to flush him out of the pocket. That's just a bad thing. So Campbell just, it's one-on-one, and he got it.
1st and 10. Here's Campbell again up the right side. trying to weave his way through traffic, and Summit will take him down at about the 7-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 4, pickup of 5, second down. Indy can actually pick up a first down here.
Yep.
They get it down close to the goal line. But the Eagles thinking in the end zone right now. Campbell again fires to the left side. That one is knocked away.
I'm not sure if Campbell, the ball slipped or it was just a good defensive play by Trey Hunter right there, the D lineman.
So Trey Hunter getting a big mid up there to knock that pass down. Calling it third down now from inside the 10. Eagles checking their play. Campbell again, he'll take it himself up the gut. And Jackson Campbell all the way up the middle. 8 yards away, touchdown, Independence.
That's pretty funny right here as you see who's running on. He scored the touchdown, right?
And now Campbell's.
And he goes, oh, wait a minute, I'm the holder.
Hinkie also, or Campbell the holder, and now Hinkie, number 9, will try have the try afterwards.
Yeah, we can't do it without you, Jackson Campbell.
So that one's good. So we've got our first score of the year as Jackson Campbell takes it in from 8 yards away and puts Indy on the board. 7-0 here, 10:52 to go in the second quarter. And in the border battle, Indy draws first blood.
Yeah, and you see it right here. They released the running back right here just to make an empty backfield look. And if it's a one-on-one, they had a good crack block down right there. Jackson Campbell, Caleb Jolly right there, just saying, hey, you want to try that again? Well, I'll be right here.
Welcome to the end zone.
Yep. So good score for Jackson Campbell. Nice call by Coach Scott Blade. Indy up 7-0. 10:52 in the second quarter.
And it looks like the bottom is about to fall out here in Thompson Station.
We were in trouble, boys.
Take it one more time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good block by the outside on Trey Hunter. Took himself out of the play right there. And Jackson Campbell, listen, somebody's going to have to remind him, hey, Jackson, every time you score, you're still going to have to stay out here. We need you to hold the ball for the extra point, my friend.
With great power comes great responsibility. So Indy's set to kick it away. Jolly, one of the deep backs for the Spartans, as we are dealing with our scoreboard issue off and on all night long so far. Hinkie set to kick it away. And that one will sail deep into the end zone. Spartans will bring it out, 1st and 10. So the junior, Destin Wade, he'll look across the field at his counterpart, Jackson Campbell. Wonder if he's got an answer for his mirror on the other side of the field. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, and this time across the left side, weaving his way. That's King. He'll cross the 30-yard line, have the first down. Pickup of 11 yards on the play. Brings up the first down for Summit.
Well, this is a big-time answer by Summit. The first time they were their first offensive series, they controlled the clock. They ran it down to about, the 15. Couldn't convert on the 4th down.
Wade again this time to Kalian Cotton, and Cotton is up close to the 35, maybe a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, you know, Indy had to play really a base defense that first series. They have adjusted really well, you know, daring the Spartans to throw the ball. And now it is on Destin Wade and the receiving core for Summit to make a play here, because the running game has been shut down.
Indy with lots of folks in the box.
Now,
Wade,
this is a bad situation for sure.
Wade gets free on that left side, and he's wrestled out of bounds. He'll have the first down. He's close to midfield.
You know, in a situation like that, Michael Williams, you always need to have a spy, right, on Destin Williams. You may want to have 2. That was just too easy right there. Send everybody deep, and Destin Wade is off and running for an easy first down for sure, you know. And it looked like Indy went more of a pass coverage right there, thinking that, yeah, okay, they're going to throw. Sure enough, they were, but unfortunately, when you drop 7 and only 4 guys go out, Destin Wade's going to take it.
So 1st and 10. Comes Cotton again on that right side, and he'll have another first down as he crosses into Indy territory, and they'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line. So
we'll call that Brandon King, just because his parents probably are watching. I want to make sure that Brandon King, number 10.
Can't tell the difference between a 23 and a 28.
Well, number 10 ran the ball, so I don't know.
I asked for binoculars this time. I swear I did.
You, for a fact, did. I was on the text, and
I said, I'm getting old. I can't see these numbers anymore. So first down, here's Wilson again, or Wade again. Crosses the 40, he'll have a pickup of maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, Ethan Pickering was a nice play right there at the linebacker spot, coming in to slow that down. Again, another time-controlling offensive drive by Summit. If you can keep yourself in a 2nd and 5 or less, you're in a great spot on the play call sheet.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wade again looking, across the center's got his man. Pass is complete. I believe that is to number 5. Austin Harvey.
That is correct. Austin Harvey, the sophomore.
Austin Harvey, the 10th grader.
Here's the thing right there. Independence went zone right there, and that is because they didn't want to have Wade just take off and run. But that time, Wade found the open receiver in the zone and hit him nicely. Here comes the first blitz of the night. And this
Wade
is where,
again, he's got plenty of green in front of him, still on his feet.
Man,
and taken down at the 10-yard line.
That is a very, if you're the defensive coordinator, you're like, okay, I tried it once, Coach. I'm sorry. I will never try to blitz Destin Wade again tonight. That almost cost them 7. Pickering with a shoestring tackle that saved the touchdown.
So Indy sends the corner on the blitz, and Wade picks it up quickly. Had a lot of daylight in front of him. And were it not for the shoestring tackle there at the 11-yard line, we'd be looking at a tie ball game. But we do have a first down. Summit on the Indy 11, 7:44 to go. The give inside again, that is Cotton. And Cotton will cross the 10-yard line, maybe a pickup of 2.
Cotton on the carry. He's going to bring up 2nd down for the Spartans. By the Eagles, number 52,
quickly back to the line are the Spartans, and kind of in the hurry up. Here's Wade again.
Yeah, this is a straight-up keeper. And that's right there. It's going to be
He'll pop it outside, and Wade will waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Summit. So the quick hitter right there, Destin Wade able to pop it to the left side and had clean sailing all the way to the corner of the end zone.
This is a great situation right here. The holder is on the far right. He's over here on the independent sidelines. Nobody has seen him. They could have thrown it right out there to him. Oh, Yeah, he's actually the place kicker, but he was holding the block as he was running out. That could have been trouble for Independence. And maybe that's why they wanted to go for 2.
So the ball, the try is no good. So Indy maintains the lead, 7-6.
Okay.
You never know what to expect with high school football.
Here comes my soapbox time,
All right,
okay?
Knock yourself out.
You take the kicker, you run him all the way to the corner over here to where nobody's even looking at him. Nobody even sees him. They decide to bail on that play. They make the kicker run back across to line up to kick the ball. Hey, kickers don't like to run sprints. They don't like to run, period. Now you made him run twice. Now we see a guy that loves to run, Destin Wade. Good kick-out block right there. Another Cotton with a block, and this is a home free for Destin Wade. Destin Wade going to give the point and say, you know what? I can do it. Jackson Campbell, just as good. Hey, here's another thing. Independence right there was in a very strange defensive front right there. It looked like they were just crowding the box. And, in that situation, you know what they say, don't let anybody outside your outside shoulder. Well, you definitely can't let number 1 get outside of you. But, man, Michael Williams, we have seen
a little bit of everything.
We've seen a lot of great kickers in Williamson County. True or false?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay? Had a couple go from here, actually.
And let me tell you something. That extra point is going to make to my opinion, it could make a huge difference in this thing. But Williamson County's been blessed with some fantastic place kickers.
So Sloan set to kick it away for Summit. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the second quarter. Short kick, this one comes up and will be fielded right at the 20, and that one gets away. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like Indy was fortunate enough to come away with it, so could have been disastrous right there.
I think the receiving team was shocked that it even went that short in the air. It was hanging up, and, you usually put the blockers kind of up there, and they're not something to normally, as we see the kickoff right here, it was like, oh, wait a minute, I got to run up here and catch this thing. 2 guys try to do it at the same time. They look at each other and say, wait a minute, was that me? Was that you?
So 1st and 10 from about the 27-yard line. Give inside is to Hunter, I believe. They crosses the 30.
That's a great run. That is a great run.
And Trey Hunter will have about 5 yards on 1st down.
Well, let's give a shout out to the YouTube watchers out there. About 760 are tuning in right now, and this is a fantastic.
I hope they have the sound up.
Absolutely.
So 2nd down and about 5 after the Hunter run. Our down and distance is not working on our clock, so we'll do our best to.
Oh, that is a great kick-out block.
Ball on the ground, and this time,
I think you got it back.
Believe the Spartans come away with it.
Nope.
Well,
yep.
A couple of the Summit players ran away like they were absolutely positive that they had the ball, but.
Joshua Moore with the catch. Great kick-out block by Calvin Wilson, the senior right there, but you got to hang on to the football. Now we're at the hands of the mercy of the PA announcer on the time. Okay, he just announced 5 minutes 50 seconds.
So 5:50 to go. 1st down from the Indy 37-yard line, 38-yard line, we'll call it. And the Eagles will have to call a timeout here. I am at a bit of a crossroads here. It's getting dark enough to, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, and fog them up through my mask. This is not nearly as easy as we make it look up here. There you see your score, Summit 6, Indy 7. We should have on our schedule is Blackman High School at Ravenwood next week. We're not altogether sure on that one, though, because we might have a scheduling change, but the following week, I believe that is the September the 4th, we'll have Ravenwood at Centennial, if all things stay the same. Hope you can join us on Friday nights for the WCTV game of the week. This our inaugural game for the 2020 school year. There you see Coach Scott Blade, longtime head coach here at Independence. What almost looks like his brother, Brian Coleman.
That's exactly right. On the coach's show, I was like, are you guys related?
The coach of Summit. Campbell to the outside, got his man, and falls across the 45-yard line. Help me out with the number there, Paul.
That was number 11 for the Independence Eagles. Brigham
Morikawa. So
I think
close
we had
to
his
a
name
first
last
down.
year. It sounded familiar.
Crosses the 45-yard line. Eagles need to get up to about the 48 for the first down.
5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Our PA announcer makes the call on the time. 5 minutes to go here in the second. Campbell will call his own number. This time off to the right side. A little bit of daylight. Cuts it back. And Campbell
running.
trying to weave his way and finally wrestled down by the Summit Spartans down around the 10-yard line. Campbell with a beautiful run. Pickup of about nearly 40 yards on the play.
We'll see right here, design keeper. Campbell's going to do a lot of it after he gains about 20. He wants to, I think he could have outran him right there. Decided to try to cut it back, get a little fancy Trey Hunter with the rundown right there. Not a bad job by the big fella.
So 1st and 10 now deep within Summit territory. Indy on the 13-yard line. And again, Campbell will call his own number, weaves again, and this time will fall inside the 5-yard line, close to another first down for Independence.
Yeah, I look basically the exact same play. The kick out block on the end right there, and Campbell just wiggled his way in between the guard and the tackle.
So this is definitely the Jackson Campbell drive right here, as Campbell has called his number on consecutive plays and has Indy within scoring position yet again. Clock says 3:43 to go here in the first half. We'll take their word for it, and moved yet again. Does Independence. So that's I think that's their 3rd or 4th false start call of the night, which is not surprising on the first game of the year, especially with the lack of preparation these kids have had.
Sure.
But not a bad game so far.
Not a bad game, absolutely.
We've seen our share of mistakes, but that's only to be expected.
And here comes the rain. As I say that, you look out there and you think, is there rain happening? Oh, it's raining.
Oh, hallelujah.
You see the immediate umbrellas pop up, the raincoats go up top. That's where
So
the ball
Campbell
gets
again,
slipped.
he'll take it to the left side this time. Can he outrace him to the corner? And they'll stop him just shy of the flag, the pylon there, as Summit able to chase down Campbell before he could cross into the goal line.
Jackson Campbell, broken play right there, fumbled the snap, wanted to do something with it, took it on his own. And number 4 for the Summit Spartans, Trey Hunter, playing a whale of a gain on the defensive side. He's covering some ground out there at the D end.
But Campbell does pick up the first down, so all kinds of opportunity for the Eagles to punch it into the end zone and go up by a score here.
Under center, that's huge. And the
And
ball
big
popped
sneak,
out.
And ball again on the floor.
Yeah.
And looks like Indy comes up a little bit short, and our referee waves his hands back and forth.
Got an equipment malfunction, I think. Caleb Jolly coming off.
2 minutes and 49 seconds on the official game clock.
They're going to have to get a sub in.
The half.
You know what? we'll be okay, Michael Williams, as long as they're not the L word. Lightning. We do not need lightning. But but it's not really coming down hard. I mean, it looks like it's drizzling.
When you look up into the lights, it looks like it's worse than it is.
Yeah.
Than it is. But
Yep. And now we're getting
as our tech guys
the tech guys coming in.
cover our
They don't
monitor with sandwich wrap.
I may put that on as a raincoat if it starts blowing away. I mean, don't worry about it. That equipment's only worth $25,000. Don't worry. Look at that. Man, this is not his first rodeo. Oh.
So now we're set, coming out of the timeout. Second down, goal to go for the Eagles. Looking to go up a score. They got the lead now 7-6. 2:49 to go here in the half. And another false start.
That's going to be on Summit.
I think you might be exactly right, Paul. I think the Spartans jumped into the neutral zone, and that's exactly what it was.
So it went from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 1. Or 2nd and goal from the 1.
Second and goal for Independence.
So we mentioned last year, Summit kind of put their season on the map with a win in this border battle. And Indy trying to exact a bit of revenge. Campbell calls his number again. He stopped short this time.
Yeah.
Nicely done on that Spartan defense as they were able to cut Campbell down right before he was able to cross the goal line, which brings up third down.
You know, teams are probably, I would say very vanilla in their playbook right now. So, in this 3rd and 1 situation, I wouldn't expect a lot from the 1.
So Campbell again under center.
And just
call
leans
his own
forward.
number again. He'll lean forward, like Paul says, and they'll call it and touchdown Independence.
All right, Jackson Campbell score. Is he going to remember to come out there and hold the extra point?
Can't come off Jackson and take a break.
There he is. He's walking back. They keep yelling at him. They say, get out here. The poor kicker.
So Hinkie on for the try.
Coach Scott Blade went over to Hinkie. He goes, hey, he's your responsibility now. Go get him.
So Hinkie looking to tack on the try, and he does.
Wow.
And Indy takes a 14-6 lead. 2:10 remaining here in the first half. And the host Eagles up by a score now in this border battle between Independence.
Yeah. That was the old keep it simple play. Okay? We don't need to snap. Listen, I've done this for a long time, and one of my pet peeves is when you're on the 1 and you get back in the shotgun, 6 yards back.
Keep it simple.
And Scott Blade says, you know what? We're going to keep it simple. We're just going to let him lean forward, and just like that, didn't have to do a whole lot. Just make sure to secure the snap and touchdown Independence. Now it's 14-6.
Push-up crew.
First quarter, Michael Williams seemed to go pretty quick. The second quarter?
Not so quick.
No, it seems like it's drug on a lot. I'm not in game condition either.
Do we ever get in game condition throughout the course of the season?
I don't think so.
So 14-6, the new score. Hinkie set to kick it away for Independence. And our poor scoreboard is,
man, having trouble tonight.
Boy, really struggling tonight. Hinkie this time will put it deep into the end zone, so the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Our PA man gives us a time here.
10 seconds to go in the first half.
2:10 to go here in the first half, he tells us.
Eagles up 14-6. 2:10 to go in the half. Don't forget, folks, we got the Independence marching band performing at halftime. You'll want to stick around and be a part of that. Again, Independence marching band coming right up at halftime.
So here are the Spartans trying to answer with 2:10 remaining here in the half. Wade again has spread his troops out. Will take it himself up the gut. Finds a little bit of daylight, and he'll have enough for the first down as he crosses the 30-yard line, close to the 35. Destin Wade with a pickup of about 13 yards on the carry.
Rosenbaum and Brady Jenkins in on the stop for the Eagles. First down, Summit.
There you see Coach Brian Coleman,
1:55 to go.
the outstanding coach for the Spartans. Took his squad all the way to the state championship last year. They fell a little bit short to Knox Webb, but runner-up ain't too shabby. Wade again, rolling to his left, in trouble, and manages to escape for the time being, and gets up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, and here's another problem. We've already seen one Summit Spartan, Wirtz, go out because of an injury. Caleb Jolly over here, the receiver, running back, DB, Mr. Everything for Summit, is now slowly trying to get off the field, and he cannot even, he's trying to get somebody's attention.
Jolly looked like
there we go.
May have rolled an ankle there.
1:35 to go in the half. Hey, folks, you want to remember at halftime our concession stand is open. And don't forget to check out those raffle tickets that we talked about earlier. You can get those at the
So 95 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Be sure to ask about the raffle tickets at the concession stand.
As the Spartans will have it second down and about 8 when everybody returns to where they're supposed to be. So they whistle it up and we're ready to go. Wade again, looking across the middle to the right side, and has his receiver Brady Pierce.
Ooh.
Pierce able to shed a tackler, and Pierce crosses the 25-yard line deep into Spartan territory, or into Indy territory, excuse me.
Destin Wade right here. Somebody got the wheel route right there, wide open. Pierce with a little yoop and a zoop. 2 in a row.
Brady Pierce.
Yeah, picking up another 12 yards after that.
Couple of nice jukes, and we're inside the 25-yard line. Can the Spartans answer? Looks nicely done down this to the 15-yard line. Couldn't quite tell who the receiver was. That's number 9, Zach Switzer. So Switzer again, he'll be close to the first down. And now the Spartans tapping on the door. Here's Wade again to the corner of the end zone. And
it's a tough play.
That one will sail too wide. 36 seconds to go. Spartans have a third down. Ball again on the 16-yard line. I think everything but the time is on the fritz on our scoreboard right there. But we'll do the best we can. Here's Wade again. That give to the right side. That, I believe that is...
That's a great play by Pickering, the linebacker.
I believe that was Cotton again on the play.
Okay, his helmet comes off. He's got to step off, so...
So good contain right there by Indy. It's a big fourth down right here. Summit has converted a couple of those this half.
Well, obviously they're not going to be able to kick it. And if number 1 doesn't not have the ball by the end of this tackle, I'd be shocked. But, yeah, I assumed the timeout was coming for sure as this is kind of a
Coach Breece up here calling timeout from the press box.
Yeah, well, listen, I want to make sure everybody's set. Everybody's got the right things going on. I mean, this is week 1. Got a little drizzle going. I mean, week 1, Michael Williams, I'd have worn shorts. I'm wearing long pants tonight. We'd be taking mandatory water breaks because of the heat. We're not doing that at all.
We might have a rainbow in the area.
Yeah. So
had one of those a couple of years ago over Franklin High School. The new Admirals.
The Admirals of Franklin.
The Admirals.
The hashtag flagship. Supposedly. That's what I've been told. They have a game against Siegel High School right now going on. I'm going to check here at halftime, see if I get a score.
Are they in Murfreesboro tonight?
No, they are in Franklin High.
On the Admirals' new field. That's going
to
take some getting used to.
I know as a Rebel, right?
I'm a Rebel from 36 years ago.
Yep.
I bet every one of those Indy defenders has their eyes on this quarterback right here.
Yep, he's going to tuck it. There he goes.
Looking and
coming back. Here comes the wall.
They flush Wade. He's still trying to scramble.
Great play.
And gets taken down.
Pickering, 33. Hello, Destin Wade. Nice to meet you.
So Indy able to hold on the defense on the 4th down, and they will take over. 14 and a half seconds to go.
Wow. I mean, Destin Wade, obviously we knew this was going to take place. He's just going to try to extend the play with his legs to see if he can free up any kind of receiver. He looked like he was dead to right here. Obviously, D1 material, he's going to shake that off. But here comes 33 Pickering, and he says, bam!
Ethan Pickering meets Destin Wade and maintains this 14-6 score.
I'm shocked, 7.5 seconds. Scott Blade, take a knee, don't do anything crazy.
Hunter up the gut, and he'll cross the 30.
That's pretty simple right
He'll
there.
Still churning away.
We don't know how much time. The clock obviously.
And choose on the clock there. That should have been about 7 seconds. It was. And so that will take us to the half. Independence in this border battle with a 14-6 lead over the Summit Spartans. We're back on the other side of the halftime in just a bit. Back at Independence High School, where we have the Independence Eagles on top of the Summit Spartans, 14-6 in this border battle. And a battle of quarterbacks here in this game between Jackson Campbell and Destin Wade for Summit High School. Paul Breece, take us through the first half.
Well, very obviously you're going to be a little sloppy to start out, right? No scrimmages, no major contact, and these kind of practices that they've been working with. But the conditioning also is going to be, I think, going to play into a factor here in the second half. Okay, so they just walked in, they've been cold. Now they're going to come out, may see some cramp situations. But as far as the game's concerned, it was the Destin Wade. They drove Summit deep the first series, about 6 minutes. Indy stopped them on 4th down. And it's Jackson Campbell twice. And Summit struck back with the Destin Wade keeper and a missed PAT. And there your score is 14-6. And Indy gets the ball first here in the second half, Michael Williams, which is not a good situation, right? If you're down, you're hoping they're kicking off to you.
Summit had an opportunity to score there in the waning seconds of the opening half, but Ethan Pickering with a big stop on Wade before he was able to pick up the first down. And kickoff goes to Indy to open things up as they bring it out past the 30-yard line, and the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. Call it the 33-yard line. Our scoreboard has been on the fritz all night long. It's been on, it's been off, it's been on, it's been off. So we're trying to do the best we can with what we have with our down and distance and our time. So if you'll bear with us, we'll try to be as accurate as possible. Trey Hunter up the middle for Independence, and he crosses the 40-yard line. He's close to the first down.
Trey Hartwell.
Trey Hartwell.
Trey Hunter's the defensive all-star right now for Summit at number 4. But Trey Hartwell, yeah, I mean, I think they've settled in on the running back spot with Hartwell, as he's been kind of the guy that's got the big chunk of the carries lately in these last couple drives.
So close to the first. Well, they do have the first down. Hartwell again this time. And this time he'll be wrapped up by that Summit defense before he's able to cross the 50-yard line. Pickup of maybe 2 yards, 3 yards. Bring up a second down.
You know, hey, we got to give Trey Hartwell a lot of credit. The kid's only a sophomore and picking up valuable carries. There's another sophomore in the county that you may want to keep an eye out on. Is a young man down at Nolensville, Samson. Obviously, as soon as I can try to say his name, I forget his last name. But a lot of good up-and-coming kids that are in the county.
Campbell with a quick dump off this time.
Well, you know who that is. 33, Ethan Pickering.
Pickering had the big stop in the first half on Destin Wade, but Pickering that time looked like they were caught dead to right, and Pickering able to drift out to that right side and make his way through the Summit defense, crosses midfield, and Indy will have the first down.
This young man Pickering, he is we've called his name a lot on the defensive side, and really bailed Indy out on the defensive end, and so now they can pick up a first down on a good screen pass right there.
So Campbell again, this time will call his own number. Nicely done. He gets away from 2 Summit defenders, weaving his way this way and that. And Jackson Campbell, with a nifty piece of running, picks up the first down.
Well, I now gift you a present from the truck downstairs.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
Jackson Campbell, bake, shake, and he says, come get the juice, boys. Here we go. Yeah, I just gave Michael Williams.
My first ever pair of binoculars.
He asked for them, he got them.
I don't know if I'll be any more accurate tonight, but Campbell firing off the middle and broken up. Ball will sail wide.
Nope, that's a nice play by number 28 for Summit.
Morcal.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, I was going to say Cotton on the defense play right there. You know, you got to remember too, right? Wirtz for Summit. Starting corner out. Jolly. He was outside linebacker. You know, he went out late in the first half. So Summit down some big names on the defensive side. And somebody needs to step up.
So second down now. And again, this is Hartwell, crosses the 20-yard line.
Yep. Number 13 right there with a shoestring tackle, Brady Pierce, who's also shown up offensively as had a big catch in the early in the second quarter.
Madison Company opening the hole for Hartwell.
What's that? 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. Do the binoculars fog up when you look at them?
Gamble again, this time the inside give.
Pickering.
And that'll be Ethan Pickering. He's close to the 15-yard line, and he'll have enough for the first down. So Indy again able to knock on the door right here. They maintain a 14-6 lead in this border battle. 5:51. Let me check that. 9:51 remaining here in the third. Can't tell my 9s from my 5s. But the binoculars certainly help out. Campbell again looking, pumps once, goes to the corner of the end zone, and again, the receiver covered up. Intended again for Pickering.
A little stop and go right there. Campbell just couldn't connect, so now 2nd and 10.
9:22 is the official official game time.
So 9:22 here in the third quarter. Indy driving, Michael Williams. You're loving the binoculars. I can tell, man.
I'm trying to get used to them. So the ball just inside the 20. Campbell again on his own number, and Summit looks to sniff that out. They've got to contain, and Campbell will pick up maybe 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, design keeper all the way for Campbell. Pushed out of bounds. Nice job by Summit to make him extend it as he runs out of bounds. Now a big 3rd and 7. We see Michael Williams, if they get into a 4th down here, I think, Independence would probably want to kick a field goal. They have a kicker that can, we have seen he's got the leg for sure to get it. I don't know if the weather will make a decision. Coach Blades will see if Campbell and the Eagles can pick up the 1st down here.
Hartwell back in the game now. He stands to Campbell's left. And they'll go with him. And ball's on the floor and looks like it's taken away.
Check 42 there, Michael Williams. He came with the initial hit. Let's see. That's Maddox Reed, the D lineman for Summit. Just stepped through that hole right there and just got Hartwell. And Hartwell, again, not the clean handoff, so maybe that's why he slowed down a little bit.
Indy's been fortunate tonight. They've put the ball on the ground a number of times, but I think they've come away with every one of their own fumbles. So back to 4th down. Indy has had some success with their 4th downs. Campbell again rolling to his right, lofting into the corner of the end zone. Pickering.
No.
Is that
touchdown?
Pickering? It is Ethan Pickering in the corner of the end zone. Or Brandon Brigham Morikawa.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm going to argue with you.
That's okay. Either way, touchdown Indy, my friend.
Brigham Morikawa into the corner of the end zone.
Hey, you know what you did have right? They were double numbers. Morikawa 11, Brigham, Pickering is 33. So either way, tremendous throw. I think they tried to run that play maybe on 2nd down. Couldn't connect, and that time they went back to the well.
So Henke this time able to tack on the PAT, and our new score, Independence 21, Summit High School 6 in this border battle.
Well, there we go. I got a text letting me know Samson Johnson is the running back at Nolensville High.
How could you not be a great running back with a name like Samson?
Samson Johnson. And I remember this kid as we see Campbell here with the toss it up. And this one was all Morikawa in the back of the end zone. The old pylon catch. And the first guy over there. That's where you got confused, I think, is Pickering was the first guy over there to give him the old, shoulder bump. And so back to Samson Johnson, the sophomore. Listen, this guy ran all over us in middle school at Mill Creek High School, or Mill Creek Middle School, excuse me. And here's the funny thing. I got a text telling me Samson Johnson, I don't know who this number is. Who is this? So here we go. And just a beautiful hand-eye coordination right there, Michael Williams, for the 6.
So Cotton back to receive for Summit. He'll take the ball at about the 4-yard line.
That's going to be King. And nice coverage by the Independence Eagles right there. King gets it about to the 24.
Sets up shop, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, if there's any time to get an answer here, this is it, because 21-6, you want to kind of get it inside one score in the 4th if you can.
So 8:22 here to go in the 3rd. Wade again. And this time this one goes backwards as Indy is able to sniff that one out.
And you can feel the momentum shifting. Kind of like the storm in the sky here at Thompson Station.
So big loss on the play as the Indy defense able to sniff out the...
Yep, Jackson Rosenbaum, 34 with the sniff.
Brings up second down and about 14 for Summit.
You know,
They need to get to the 35-yard line for the first.
I've got to say, the center, the center, it looks like it's just slow getting out, and Destin Wade's having to do a lot of work back there.
Again, Wade is hemmed up, tries to escape, and he'll be taken down at the 20.
Uh-oh.
Another injury down.
Yeah, 42, and he is. And this is where I talked about coming back out at halftime. It maybe looking like a cramp. That's Maddox Reed, 42. Yep, just cramping up, and that's going to be the case because it's not very hot, and the kids are not drinking any water.
And typically that's what you see the first part of the football season anyway.
100%. So, and again, we talk about it. These guys have not – they haven't gone game speed in practice, right?
They haven't worked up a lather yet.
Yeah, so this is going to be a test to see who can fight and make it through, right? I mean, we still got a quarter and a half to go here. And, on my count, that's Summit's third big-time person that's kind of had to go out of the game. And they were already handcuffed with the start of the game with Keaton Wade.
So the trainer's out working. Got that leg elevated. I can't tell if that's a cramping issue or what the deal is. I think that's probably what it is. Typically these first games of the year, especially when you get into the second half, this is not our first rodeo. We've seen this time and time again.
Well, listen, the mystery is solved. The mystery text that I received obviously has been revealed. It's Andrew Hedges, now the athletic director at Spring Station High School down the road.
So he's going to know exactly who that is.
Well, he was at Mill Creek Middle School the last few years, so he knows Samson Johnson for sure. And I'm sure Coach Hedges, a wrestling coach at Mill Creek and now at Spring Station, probably would have loved to seen Samson Johnson out there wrestling. I don't know if he made it out there on the mat or not, but he would have been a dangerous person out on the mat for sure.
So Reed was the shaken up player. He's able to make it off the field on his own 2 feet. So hopefully he'll be back. But the Spartans looking now at a third down and long. They've got to get to just beyond the 35-yard line for a first down. Wade again with 3 receivers to his right. Looks right.
Plenty of
fires
time.
right. And
wide
this
open.
time again.
He's got him.
That is
number 13. I think that's Reed.
13 is Brady Pierce.
Brady Pierce, look at that.
On the touchdown pass, and just like that, the Summit Spartans go nearly the length of the field for the touchdown.
Well, the answer is here. Summit with the big-time play. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 right here, Michael Williams.
Looks like Zach Switzer was out there, number 9 for the try, but nope. Down 14. We're down, 14-13.
This is a
or
straight.
21-13. Wade again hemmed up, and this time nothing doing as the scrum happens there at the 15. And again, Indy denied on the try.
Yeah.
So the score remains 21-12 now.
Yeah. 21-12.
I hope we get a chance to look at Pierce's touchdown catch again, because it was a beautiful pass and catch. Take us through this one, Paul.
Well, just tremendous. You see the footwork by Wade. Throws it off his front foot, right on stride. And that's all she wrote. I mean, couldn't get much easier for the Spartans right there as Brady Pierce just wide open. I wonder if that was the same wheel route that we may have saw in the first half where Pierce was wide open. So, 21-12. I mean, you see it right here. Yeah, well, they faked it out to one, and Pierce ran the go that time.
That was lovely. That's a pretty pass, pretty catch.
Well, and here's another problem you have. Jackson Campbell was, All-State DB last year, right? I mean, he's kind of the glue that was back there last year. Now you take him away, the best defender you have,
and turn him into the best offensive player.
Yeah, that's right. And you're not as deep.
John Sloan set to kick it away for Summit. 21-12 our new score. Sloan this time, this one will be able to be returned. And Indy will bring it up past the 25-yard line. Morikawa able to carry it up close to the 30-yard line where Indy will take over 1st and 10.
Well, if you're Coach Scott Blade right here, you just want to keep the clock running as much as you can. I mean, you're up by 2 scores. So just, keep the clock running. Don't take a chance. But knowing Scott Blade, hey, he may throw a halfback pass or something right here. This guy's throw everything out the window.
And looks like we're going to have a whistle as Indy was able to get Summit to jump into the neutral zone. So free 5 yards for the Eagles. We'll put them up about the 33-yard line.
First down and 5 yards to go for the Eagles.
So a rain has stopped. We've been watching our radar all night long. First down and 5. Campbell again looks to go to his right, and he's hemmed in by that Summit
defense.
Block
here. This could be a big play. Oh,
and
that's a hold.
They got a big hold right there at the 40.
Wow.
And so that will come back.
Here's the funny thing. Okay, so you got the back judge back there. His main job is the secondary. And he sees the 2 other guys, the ref and the side judge, throw the flag for the hold. Then he's got to chunk it 30 yards just to get included. It doesn't matter if your flag comes out there, Mr. Back Judge, because we already know the call. Everybody in the stands knows the call. Nobody's going to yell at you because you – so.
Indeed, our suspicion is confirmed. It is a hold. I think that was pretty obvious. So what was a 1st and 5 turns into about a 1st down and 12, 1st down and 11. Penalty backs Indy up to just beyond the 25-yard line, and again,
equipment malfunction. Hartwell, sophomore's like, oh, all right, I got you.
Trey Hartwell, the running back, the sophomore, having a big game for Indy. Campbell again over the middle.
Oh, and that's going to be a problem right there. Somebody going to throw it?
No.
Nope, nobody's going to throw it. Well, Lamore with a nice catch. Good throw by Jackson Campbell. Here's another interesting tidbit that's taking place. The referee, white hat ref, had a hard time pulling his flag out. He's been wearing gloves. Well, now he's putting them back on. I thought he was going to say, forget the gloves. I just couldn't get my flag out in time. But
Campbell again, this time across the middle, pass is caught, and that will be enough for the 1st down. Brigham Morcal again with the reception, just shy of the 50-yard line, but it's good enough for an Indy first down. Brigham Morcal having a big night catching the ball. He's already got a touchdown for the night.
And he did it. Campbell did a nice job. He faked the out pattern and hit the guy up the seam right there in the zone D.
So first and 10, and this time again.
Welcome to week 1, right, guys?
Yeah.
No problems. No problems.
Another jump. That would be probably our 5th.
You know, it's like
false start of the night.
It's like second grade girls basketball when you jump ball, right? You take the over/under on the jump balls. Now you have over/under on false starts, offsides.
It's okay, man. We understand. We're making plenty of mistakes ourselves up here.
Yep.
So first down and 15. Will they call that one? Nope.
Wow.
And Campbell again to the right side. Weaves his way again through traffic, still on his feet, and makes his way inside the 40-yard line.
Nice job.
For a first down Independence. And this Jackson Campbell is some kind of athlete.
Yep. Doing a little tempo here with Coach Scott Blade in the offense right here.
As his classmates call his name out. 5:36 remaining here in the third quarter. You know, holding on to a 21-12 lead. Campbell again, this time to Hartwell. He finds that left side, and Big Trey Hartwell, the sophomore, is inside the 30-yard line, and he has enough, looks like, for the first down. It's going to be really close, and yep, it's close enough, and they move the chains.
Yeah, Trey Hartwell, welcome to big-time football. This guy is going to get plenty of carries for a long time here at Independence High School.
Coach Blades has to be excited about this squad here. Even though we've seen the first of the year mistakes, first game of the year mistakes, excuse me. Indy now starting to put some things together and starting to look really nice here. Campbell again, he looks to his right side. We've got a flag down, and pass is caught again by, I believe that's Morcal. He'll jump into the end zone for the touchdown, but the flag is likely going to bring this one back. It's in the area of holding.
Yeah.
So Morcal probably, they're going to wipe away the touchdown. Morcal put on a couple of nifty moves there and was able to jump into the corner of the end zone. It's a shame that he's going to have that touchdown called back, but it's a hold on Indy.
You know, again, if you're just joining us on the live stream, you know, Summit is down 2 pretty good contributing defenders in Wirtz and Jolly. So they're really fighting an uphill battle defensively.
4:38 to go here in the third quarter. And the penalty will back Indy way up just outside the 40-yard line. They've got a ton of ground to make up here. Campbell looking, lofting, one-on-one coverage.
Let's see if they get him.
Yep, sure enough, there comes the flag on the pass interference. Morcal, the intended receiver, knocked down in the end zone, so that will be 15 yards and an automatic first down. So backwards they go, forwards they go, backwards they go, and forwards they go. So 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line for Independence. Campbell again to his right side.
Oh, nice play, nice catch. Good possession catch right there.
Campbell's pass to Lockwood. Complete.
Lockwood, the receiver.
Yards, gonna be close to a first down.
He's inside the 20-yard line. They will give him the first down, and they'll move the chains.
That's a Benton Nissan Eagle. First down.
So Independence back in business here. 4:12 to go in the third. Just inside their own 20-yard line. Campbell again looking to his left, and that one will fall short, incomplete. Brings up second down.
Pass intended for number 3, Calvin Wilson, goes incomplete.
Wilson, the intended receiver.
Independence.
That poor scoreboard tonight is
He's taking a beating.
struggling. Inside this time. Didn't tell who the running back was.
Pickering.
On the run.
That's a guy.
Just inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle made by the Summit defense.
Hollingsworth, Watson, Manis, Woodward open in the big hole. Pickering.
And Indy again knocking on the door here. 3:40 to go.
Gonna be 3rd and 1 for Independence.
Two
Oh,
receivers
my.
left, and that again will be a free 5 yards for Indy as yet again Summit jumps into the neutral zone and puts Indy that much closer to the goal line.
Official game clock, 3:26. Offsides on Summit. That's gonna be good enough for another Benton Nissan Eagle. First down. First and goal, Independence.
So with the penalty, Indy now has it 1st and goal. Hartwell rather, crosses the goal line.
Downhill.
Big Trey Hartwell making a name for himself in this opening game as he crosses the goal line and tacks on another 6 points for Independence. Try is up, try is good. New score, 28-12. And Independence has landed a couple of haymakers here in the third quarter to take a sizable advantage.
Well, I think Independence and Scott Blade definitely reminded the Eagles what happened last year for sure. As we see just the inside handoff with Hartwell, and he was running downhill on that one right there, and a cloud of dust and 6 more for the Independence Eagles, up 28-12.
3 minutes, 19.
So 3 minutes, 19 seconds here in the third quarter left.
Independence up 28-12. Over Summit. Third quarter.
Boys got a lot of push-ups to do.
For sure. For sure. So what turned out, Michael Williams, to be kind of a questionable weather night has actually, man, we are living right. It has stopped raining.
It looked like the bottom was about to fall out about a
yeah.
half an hour ago.
And we may get out of here unscathed.
Don't. So Hinkie about to kick it away for Indy. Number 10, King is back deep, and Cotton. But doesn't matter because Hinkie's kick is going to sail into the end zone, and Summit will take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Now we've seen Destin Wade, the junior quarterback. They were able to strike pretty quickly here early in the third quarter with a about I want to say about a 60-yard touchdown pass to Pierce.
Our live stream currently has 893 people watching, so hey, thank you.
Thank you, 893 people
all
on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Again, we pray you have the sound turned up. And first and 10 now. Here come the Spartans. Wade again
nice
pops
move.
it to the right side and finds a little bit of daylight.
Still going.
Still on his feet. Still on his feet. And
one more. Can he do it?
He'll be wrestled out of bounds, but he'll cross midfield. And Destin Wade says, "Not so fast, Indy."
Wow. Can this young man put everybody on his back, Michael Williams, and reel him back in?
I would not put it past the young man. He crosses midfield. 3:07 to go here in the third as Destin Wade carries the ball up. Give him about 31 yards on the carry. So first and 10, Spartans. This one's not over by a long shot.
Man,
ball on the
bad
floor.
Snap.
And pass is caught
Number 9.
by number 9, Zach Switzer, the senior, and he's close to a first down.
Well, once we had to rely on Destin Wade and his legs. Now we're going to have to see if the arm of Destin Wade is going to be tested for sure. But we know he's got it in him. He hit Brady Pierce right on the money on that last touchdown. It's just a matter of the receivers now.
Well, the Spartans going to have to put it in the air now, down 28-12 as we tick down deep into the third quarter. 3 receivers right. Wade looking.
Man, plenty of time.
And he'll fire to
Plenty
his
of
left.
time.
This time, pass is caught.
That's
again
King.
by King. Wrestles his way away from a couple of defenders. And he will have the touchdown, 40 yards.
Wow.
The second touchdown pass by Wade, as King able to take it away from a couple of defenders and work his way into the corner of the end zone. Paul Breece, this one is not over,
no, it's
like
not
I said.
over. Michael Williams, 12 and 16. You need 2 8s right here, so they're going to go for 2. I think this is all Destin Wade just going to try to shake and bake, right?
Wade again, and he will have the 2-point conversion on that left side.
Yeah, you do the math. 12 plus 8 is 20. 28-20.
28-20. So that just like that, the Spartans back in business.
Now, Michael Williams, my phone has been blowing up for, and as people are chiming in with their this and that.
You are the Williamson County social butterfly.
I don't want to say that, but listen. Apparently, Summit's kicker. Obviously, we're given one thing, but they want me to say that Cooper Hall is kicking off, not John Sloan for the Summit Spartans. So, Cooper Hall. Now here we go.
It takes a county to call a football game.
Destin Wade, look at that Peyton Manning footwork right there. Plenty of time. Let's give a shout out for the Summit Spartans O-line, giving him time. King just makes a jump, reels it down, and then it's wheeling his way for the next 10 yards in the score. Brandon King.
Nice patience showed by Wade there in the pocket as well. A lot of times a high school quarterback will fling that one, and hope for the best. But Wade stayed in there to the very last second. Nice patience, nice throw, great catch.
Yep, that was a great play. Hey, you know what? Could be our WCTV play of the week.
We'll put it up there for the judgment.
Now, John Sloan is listed as 32 on the Summit Spartans roster, and that's what we're obviously going by. But hey, we'll mention Cooper Allen's name.
All right.
I don't know who it is, but Cooper Sloan, 32, is what we were given. Oh, this is a chance to be returned.
So looking.
Oh, nice play. Filling the hole.
Again, Brigham Morcal, he'll bring it up past the 25. So Indy will take over first and 10 from about their own 27-yard line.
Yep. Noah Fells with a nice play. Special teams guys, you got to throw them a bone every once in a while. Nice play, Noah Fells on the tackle there.
So we're under 2 minutes now officially for the third quarter.
Yeah, just the third quarter.
28-20 your new score. Again, Hartwell this time to the left side, rumbles over the
Wow.
35. Pickup of about 5 yards.
Well,
And this Indy crowd excited about that blocking that they just saw.
And that that's been a staple tonight. Is just I feel like both offensive lines have done a pretty good job.
So they give Hartwell 7 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 3. They'll give it to him again, and he crosses the 35. He'll be close to the first down, and he'll have the first down.
Well, I think Scott Blade, the coach for Independence Eagles, has realized, wait a minute, Summit can do the quick strike pretty, immediately. We need to slow this thing down and keep things on the ground and, try to churn out some clock here. We don't need to throw punch to punch with them right now.
So 1st and 10, and that time it looked like they may have drawn Summit again, but no flag. Campbell take it up, crosses the 45, pickup of about 6 yards.
And that's so huge to get 6 yards on first down. I mean, Summit has got to put the Independence Eagles in some kind of 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, or greater, because if not, it's Jackson Campbell's just going to and Hartwell are just going to chew this thing up.
So 2nd down short. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Our poor clock is on again, off
I think
again.
Campbell thought, well, should I run this out? And I think Coach Blake said, no, we don't know really what the time is.
Slings it out to his left, and big collision out on that left side.
Josh Moore.
So Moore
First
on the
down.
reception, and he'll have the first down.
Woo!
That was a rivalry hit right there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see it right here. In the I don't know, in college or the NFL, the running back can't lead with their helmet. They would actually have been flagged for that. So,
Well, they'll call that
There
one
we
the
go.
end of the third, even though it says 10.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. So brings us to the fourth quarter. What can we expect here, Paul Breece? You got a 28-20 score, Indy over Summit.
28-20, yes, and Summit's defense is going to have to create something, a negative play for the Independence offense. Whether it's just an incomplete pass, whether it's a stop them on for no gain, and possibly even a turnover, right? So,
Well, oddly enough, I don't think we've had any turnovers tonight. We've seen the ball on the ground plenty of times, but I think
the opposing team has not come up with either.
So no picks, no fumble recoveries. Great to start the season off with this border battle. Not a region game. Indy is 6A, Summit is 5A. Summit made it all the way to the state title game last year, losing to Knox Central. Indy made it to the second round. They lost to Brentwood last year.
Here's another interesting thing with the pandemic. They're probably not going to see any teams huddle anymore. Those days are long gone, I think.
I think so too. Haven't seen a huddle in a while.
We were proactive, right?
Exactly. First down and 10. Wade again across the middle, and that one pops out of the hands
Now that
of
is
the intended receiver.
That is the play that Summit defense has been looking for. Now, granted, the play was wide open.
Moore, the intended receiver, and
he just couldn't reel it in. Now, 2nd and 10. This right here is a huge opportunity for Summit to provide a stop.
The 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. This time Campbell looks to the center, and he's bottled up. Tries to spin away, still on his feet, and crosses the 50-yard line, turns nothing into a little something. Campbell, difficult to bring down, but he does gain a yard on the play, and he'll have 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. One of the few times we've seen in the second half this situation for Independence offense. They have definitely been in great shape in down and distance situations. Huge stop here for Summit if possible.
So 3rd down, can Summit hold right here and get off the field? Campbell again fires to his right side, pass is complete.
Number 7.
It is number Katina on the carry, or on the reception rather. And that was huge, Paul Breece. That brings up 1st down again for Indy and keeps that Summit defense on the field.
Well, not so fast, my friend. This is going to be a measurement as they gonna bring the chains up. And I don't want to tell you this, but it's all for naught. If it's 4th down and 1 or less, or 4th, I mean, there's no way that Indy's going to punt this ball. There's no way. It's obviously a 1st down we see right there. But,
so they'll give them a 1st down.
I mean, it was going to be a Jackson Campbell 4th down carry. Listen, you don't have to be rocket science to figure this out.
It's not rocket surgery. So Indy does have the 1st down. The ball is spotted just outside the 40-yard line. The clock is showing just under 11 minutes to go here in the game, but we're not altogether clear on that. Regardless, it's 1st and 10, Independence. Hartwell again. Big man having a nice night as he carries it close to the 35. A pickup of about 5 yards. Keeps the clock turning and keeps that Summit defense on the field. This is where game time, especially these kids that have not had a great deal of preparation for this football season, this is where Indy could pop one long right here.
Yeah, but the non-contact drills, it hasn't been too bad with the missed tackles, but, Coach Coleman, he's got to challenge these D linemen right here.
Again, Campbell, he'll roll to his left, fires over the middle.
Oh, wide open.
Wide open and in the end zone. Touchdown, Independence.
Katina, number 7.
River Katina. We'll call it a 40-yard touchdown reception. And again, these two squads landing haymakers on each other. This the latest from Campbell to Katina, 40 yards. And again, Hankey on for the try. And our new score, 35-20. Indy on top here in this border battle. Jeez.
No good, Michael Williamson.
Oh, my goodness.
Wide right, 34-20. Hey.
34-20.
We've seen this play over and over again with the man in motion and the fake handoff. The rollout, he usually hits a more right there in the short. He decides he wants to go up top as Katina has outrun the D-back right there for the big catch, about 48 yards. Touchdown, Eagles. And, hi, things are slipping for the Summit Spartans, 34-20. 9 minutes, 57 seconds. That is correct.
Is that correct now?
That's what Mr. PA said.
Scoreboard still reads 14-6, I'm afraid. But our new score,
Yeah.
after the missed PAT, 34-20.
Hey, you want to see a good football game? Welcome.
Can those boys get 34 push-ups out? A couple of them could.
Yeah. The guy wearing the shoulder pads looked like he was struggling right there. Hey,
A couple of them look like they
Michael
were
Williams,
struggling.
we are creeping to 1,000 people watching.
All right.
We're about at 927 currently. It's exciting. Record-breaking numbers here. Week 1. Everybody's loving football.
Indy kicks it away with the new score 34-20, and we're going to have to bring this one out.
Oh, that's a great block. There's
and
another.
a little bit of daylight for Summit as King, I believe.
Nope, 20. Number 20. 2-0. Check your rosters.
The kicker, Sam Hankey, slowing the runner down.
Yeah, I'll let you pronounce that last name.
Brady Pierce.
Sam Karak. Karak. I don't know. I should stop.
Kerouac.
Right. Huh?
Sam, is that Kerouac?
Sam. Tremendous run back, young man.
Sam Kerouac.
Okay.
Yep. I'm an English teacher. I recognize
There you
that
go.
last name. First down and 10. Summit not out of this one. Again, this one is sniffed out by that Indy defense.
Indy
As-
defense selling out to the run.
Back to the line of, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Cotton on the carry. So no gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Oh,
And again, Indy's defense
led by
coming up big.
Pickering, Ethan Pickering again. He just has a nose for the football tonight. He's been everywhere. That guy's going to earn that post-game Sonic drink.
So third down, we'll call it third down and 9. Wade looking, he'll find room to his left side. Got a little bit of daylight, and he'll have the first down and maybe a little bit more as he gets inside Summit territory.
Yeah.
Ball is spotted at the 45-yard line.
You know, Independence worked so hard to get Summit into a third and long situation, and then just Wade just dances for about 12 to get the first down. It probably occasionally is pretty frustrating as a defensive coordinator to look up and say, what am I supposed to do?
You got to keep eyes on that young man because he is a game changer without question. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line of Indy. Wade again looking across the middle. He's got his man, and ball is dropped.
Oh, he heard the
Intended
footsteps.
receiver was Zach Switzer.
He heard the footsteps, Michael Williams.
And Switzer looks like he took a shot in the gut, and
Yeah.
he's slow to get up.
I tell you what, still give credit to Destin Wade right here. Good footwork, steps into it, throws, maybe a little high, but you know what they say, if it hits you in the hands, you got to reel it in, right? And hey, in the NFL, if it hits you in one hand, you better reel it in. I mean, I saw a play by OBJ today in training camp. In between two people, it was just ridiculous. And that's why Baker Mayfield looks good every once in a while. Not because he is good. Sorry, Cleveland Brown fans.
Here's Wade again, up the gut, finds a little bit of daylight, still
All right,
on his
get a
feet.
block. Get a block.
Destin Wade
One
still
more,
on
cut
his
back.
feet. Still on his feet is big Destin Wade, the junior quarterback. Tough to bring down is that young man. Makes it
Man.
just almost to the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Huge pickup for Wade. No flags that we see. We're good there. And so Summit with a big first down run by Destin Wade. You see it there again. They're inside the 10-yard line.
That's where Destin Wade looks at his receiver and says, get out of the way, man.
Once again, knocking on the door is Summit. Wade, he looks, fires across the middle, and ball is knocked away at the last second.
That's a tremendous play, but I'm actually having trouble picking out that number. Morico, 11, number 11. Brigham Morico. Nice play back there at the D-back. And give Destin Wade credit for trying to thread the needle right there.
So the incomplete pass will bring up second down and goal. Ball spotted about the 8-yard line. Again, the inside ball is on the ground again, and do we have our first turnover of the night?
Everybody's slow to get up. Nope. Recovered.
And again,
the offense.
That's hard to believe because we've seen the ball on the ground so many times tonight, and the defensive squad has not been able to come up with a turnover.
Yep. Well, that defensive play right there, I mean, the Eagles sold out on the run right there. If Wade would have pulled that out, and maybe he was trying to, he would have walked in. Maybe with 3 people on his back, but he would have walked in.
So third down and goal. Summit again, trying to answer. And it looks like Summit jumps, back him up 5 yards.
Man.
False start on Summit. That'll back him up 5 yards. It'll stay third down. Third and goal.
So ball is moved to about the 12-yard line on the penalty.
Official game clock time, 6:52.
Just under 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Wade again, looking across the middle. He's got his man.
Leads
and
in.
Touchdown, Summit. Couldn't tell exactly who the receiver was.
13, our man Brady Pierce.
Brady Pierce with his second touchdown reception of the evening.
Wow, this is a gutsy call if they go for 2. Nope, they're going to run out the kicker. Yeah, they're down by 8. If they hit the extra point, only down 7. Big time kick right here.
That one is straight and true.
Yes, sir.
Point after is good. That makes your score. Independence 34, Summit 27.
So 34-27, just under 7 minutes to go in the ball game, and Summit has fought back to within a score.
This is you know what? I'm so glad.
This is a border battle.
I'm so glad football's back. Great catch by Pierce to lean in for the score. Wade, tremendous job. Summit, you know what? The never quit attitude. You got to love it. These schools, again, we've talked about 10 minutes apart at the most, depending who's in your way.
And lights.
Yeah. And everybody knows everybody, so.
This
Man,
is truly a border battle. This game, again,
I've never
won
been
by Summit last year. And Indy trying to answer. I think they've gone, I want to say they've gone 2-2 over the last
That's correct.
4 years.
That's correct.
So last 4 years, these two squads have split this series.
Allowed on the field at any point at the conclusion of tonight's contest. We appreciate your understanding.
PA announcer just wanted to make sure everybody understood. Don't run on the field, win or lose. Students.
So guess who's back to receive the kickoff?
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me?
Jackson Campbell back there.
Jackson
But they're Indy looks like they're preparing for an onside here.
Little hands team action. Wow, what a luxury. Let your quarterback go back and kick the kickoff.
On the official game clock.
So do they kick to him or?
Oh, man, this guy needs to just wind up. It's like you're in a par 5 and you want to hit driver off the deck for your second shot. Swing hard. Kick it. Oh, I think this is a mistake. This is a mistake. You kicked it right to him.
Campbell, again, on the reception, cuts it back to his right, tries to get away from some folks, and he'll.
Woo! That was pretty gutsy.
Makes it just outside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Indy.
That was pretty gutsy.
And again, not super clear on our time remaining. The clock says 6:35, but we haven't been able to trust our scoreboard all night long.
Yeah, it still says 14-6 in the
Yeah.
third quarter, so 2nd and 10, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we know it's 1st and 10 from the 31 of Indy. We're probably close to 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Hartwell again, and
Okay.
he'll keep the clock rolling.
Yep. You know what? I'd be shocked if they put the ball in the air, unless it's, something very simple. Hartwell, put your mouthpiece back in. You're probably going to get it another time here.
Yeah. So 2nd down, call it 2nd down and 9. Hartwell maybe with a gain of 1 on the play. Campbell again, firing to his right side, skips the ball on the ground.
So that stops the clock, and that's a big break for Summit. We've talked about all this second half. Get Independence in a 3rd and long situation. Now they did it. Run the ball. Run the ball. How many punts have we seen tonight? I know.
0, isn't
We
it?
saw one. We saw one. Independence first quarter
Oh,
had
that's
to
right.
punt.
That's right. So 3rd down. Here's Campbell again, firing across the middle, and ball is incomplete.
So here comes our 2nd punt of the night, Michael Williams.
Oh, not something Indy wanted to do right there. So they've got to give the ball back to this quick striking Summit offense.
Well, if you're Summit, you got to catch it clean, as Cooper Allen is back.
So Allen stands back with his toes on the 25-yard line.
Uh-oh. Well, that's
Kick
going
is
to the
away,
corner. That's
and
going
this
to the
will
corner. Ooh.
bounce just
Wow.
outside the 35-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40. And Summit takes over.
5:42, Michael Williams. 4th quarter. Summit, which was dead to right early in the 3rd, I thought. And, man, these guys have just fought back, taken every blow, taken every punch.
There you see your score, 34-27. Summit has been able to answer here in the 2nd half. Destin Wade again, the quarterback.
That may be a new ball carrier. I don't know if 20 is. Have we seen number 20 tonight?
We've got Jacalen Cotton. That's what I have on my roster, number 20. Well, no, it's 28. I'm sorry.
Sam Correct. Again. You remember the
Sorry,
guy?
I got
Sam. My man Sam.
I got to look closer and see that that's an 8, not a 0. So Cook over the 45-yard line to the 46.
Say it fast, right?
That's right. Hopefully nobody will listen to my mistake. This time Wade.
1, 2, 3,
Still
4,
carrying players,
5.
still carrying people. And he's close to the 1st down as he had 3 to 4 defenders hanging on his back. Wade crosses the 50-yard line. Did they give him the 1st down? They sure do.
So, do they? Oh,
Yep.
They are waving him. That's right. Great call.
They'll give Destin Wade.
This is crazy. He was at the 42. He's carrying people left and right.
Ball's on the ground again. And
Whoops.
got a flag false start on the Spartans, I believe.
Hey, you worked so hard to get that first down, right?
And now you got to back up 5 yards.
False start on Summit. That'll back him up 5 yards. First down is 15.
Puts the ball back at the 45-yard line. Our scoreboard reads 4:52.
Sounds about trusting.
Is that we don't know if that's exact or if that's in the ballpark, but that sounds about it. At least it's in the ballpark there. Wade again. This time rolls to his left. Looks, fires, and pass will be incomplete.
time is 4 minutes, 36 seconds.
Brandon King, the intended receiver, will bring up second down.
Well, I think I saw Summit. They had Caleb Jolly had somehow got on that offensive play right there. He's immediately gone back out. Caleb Jolly had he went out late in the first quarter maybe, and that's the first time I've seen him back in the game, offensively or defensively.
Second down and 15. Penalty back, sum it up to the 45. Wade firing to his left. That one is just out of the outstretched arms of his intended receiver.
Pass intended for Austin Harvey goes incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
Harvey, the intended receiver.
Third and 15.
And so a huge third down and 15. 4:30 to go in the ball game.
Third down and 15.
Well, Trey Hunter, the D end, has come in the game at running back. Number 4, so let's see if he gets involved here in third and long. Or is he an
Wade
extra
again,
blocker?
looking.
Oh, plenty of room. He's got to take off.
He'll take off down to the left side, try to cut it
He's wide
back.
open over here if he can get a block. He's wide open.
Wade again, finds plenty of daylight, and he'll have the first down. He's spun down at the 35-yard line. Boy, the young man can make some things happen.
Broken play, first down. You got to be kidding me. This is I thought he was going to get it right here when he turned the corner, and then you realized Pickering was right there on the stop, couldn't get it, and then he was like, wow, I got a lot of green right here.
So first down and 10 after the Wade run.
Well, there's my boy Sam. I was hoping the PA guy would be able to announce his last name so I could announce it
So
correctly.
Kerouac. Kerouac inside the 25-yard line to pick up.
PA guy doesn't even want to touch that. I'm sorry, Sam.
Inside the 25-yard line, first down for the Spartans. Inside 4 minutes to play. Wade this time calls his own number, and he's gets popped right as he passes the 20-yard line.
Moore and Pickering right there on the stop. Those are the two guys that probably have the best chance to, to drag him down for sure.
Second down and about 5 for Summit.
Brings up second down.
You know, Destin will probably go home and say, hey, Keaton, I could have used you tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
As he's in an ice bath.
Yeah.
And Keaton's playing Xbox or PS4.
So second down and about 5 to go here.
Okay, here comes the throw, Destin.
Wade again, got a little bit of daylight.
Gotta run it, buddy. Get the first.
He does have the first down before he's run out of bounds.
You know, in those situations, Michael Williams, you got to give credit to the Summit offensive line for being disciplined and not running downfield. If Destin Wade decides to throw it, they don't want to be caught downfield blocking, right?
Help me out with this one, Coach. You'll know this one. You're the rules guy. We go to tie game in a non-region game.
Oh, region or no region, we're still running from the 10-yard line.
Okay.
Hey.
It's been a while since we've done football, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, maybe the referees will say, you know what, tie game, let's go home, everybody. But you know what, Coach Coleman would be like, no, we need a winner here.
So first and goal. And again, we think we're in the ballpark with our time. 3:06 to go. That's plenty of time for Independence if Summit is able to put one in here.
Well, this is the game of the week, right? For the reason, right? I mean, these two nothing left on the field for sure. You know once as we saw the WCS coaches show how both coaches were kind of lackadaisical and just not trying to show their hand and just saying, hey, we're just going to try to develop depth during this game. No. These kids have another agenda right here. They want to win, and they want to have bragging rights.
This is the border battle. It has turned into a fantastic rivalry, especially over the last 5 years here.
Yeah.
Especially as Coach Brian Coleman has kind of brought this Summit team along.
Okay. Michael Williamson, it is official. We have hit over the 1,000 person watching on our YouTube live stream. Thank you to everyone watching.
1,000-person audience. Thank you very much.
That's exciting. That's exciting. I remember the good old days when I used to start doing this. We used to sell DVDs for $20 to anybody that wanted them. And this is, definitely a great way to get these guys and expose these guys to high school football and let everybody around the world watch.
Wade again to the right side. Flings it into the end zone, and that one falls a little bit short.
And especially to see guys like Destin Wade and Jackson Campbell showcase their talents, for sure.
3 minutes exactly on the game clock. 3 minutes to go in the fourth.
So it is official, Michael Williams. We're going with the clock now, 3 minutes currently. On 2nd and goal, by the way, 2nd and goal. So no first down option here. This is going to be a 3-play opportunity to get, what are they, 10, right on the 10, maybe the 9.5.
So 2nd down, goal to go, 3 minutes. The scoreboard clock reads. Wade looking.
Right here. Don't force anything, Destin.
Rolls to his right, fires back to his left, and that one is caught.
Oh!
Touchdown, Summit.
Tremendous.
I believe that was
Brandon King.
Was that King? He had to come back for it.
He sure did. Very smart play by that man.
And falls across the goal line for the touchdown.
Oh, my.
And Destin Wade, is that his 4th touchdown pass of the night?
Yeah, and this is huge. We saw the missed extra point, right, earlier?
Yep.
Oh, 2:54. This Summit.
And to tie it up here.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Hold your breath, people. We're tied up.
We've got a tie ball game, 34-34. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game as Wade, I have to go back and count, but I believe that was his 4th touchdown pass of the night. So he's got 4 passing, he's got 1 running. So the game of the week has turned into what could be the game of the century here.
We call these, may have to remind Creed, the WCS, they show them in the summertime.
There you see King fighting his way back. Catching the touchdown pass to tie this one up 34-34. And Indy comes alive. 2:50 to go in the ball game.
What a great way to start high school football 2020, right? Hasn't been great to us, but this is a great football game. And, man, just glad to be able to bring it to you guys.
Summit able to fight its way back late in the 4th quarter. It looked like they were kind of dead in the water, but able to.
Oh, man, I tell you what. Independence got 10 men up. Jackson Campbell back. They kicked it right to him last time. Summit, do you have an option right here? Can you get it to the end zone? This would be huge if they could.
They kick it away from Campbell this time. And
that is a perfect kick. That is a perfect.
So the ball falls dead right there at the out of bounds. So Campbell had no choice but to go over there and cover it up.
So that was like my gap wedge right there, just plugged in right there.
So the Eagles now 1st and 10. Ball is spotted just inside their 15-yard line. They'll spotted right there about the 12. I would say they need to get down to about the 20-yard line to have a chance for a field goal here.
Yep, and our scoreboard's gone out, so it's
all us. Campbell again outside to his right. Pass is caught, and can't tell that. Moore again.
Yeah. 2:40 on the game clock.
And the clock's, well, somebody calls timeout. I think it is.
I think
The officials
somebody's down. Somebody's down on the far side.
Okay.
Looks like cramps again.
Timeout on the field for an injured Smart.
So we've got an injured player, which will stop the game.
2:34 is the correct and official game time.
2:34, our time remaining. Tell our 1,000-member audience to text their friends because we've got a barn burner down here in Thompson Station.
Absolutely.
Try to get you.
There he is. He's up.
It's like number 11 for Summit.
Yeah. Well,
Gavin Wells, I believe, was the
second and 5 here. Independence right.
Injured players. Second down 5. Clock is running again. 2:30 to go.
They were tackled inbounds, so the clock's going to run. And will Coach Blade, will they try to press the issue, or does he feel like
now they whistle it up again?
All right, here we go. Some clock issues, Michael Williams. This is obviously crucial times call for exact numbers.
For crucial measures.
2:21 now goes to 2:34.
So we're dealing with the clock. We've been dealing with rain. We're dealing with a little pandemic. So 2:34, Campbell rolling to his left, firing, and the pass is incomplete.
Wow. Third down and 5.
Pass intended for Josh Amore.
Amore, the intended receiver.
9 is the official time left on the game clock. 2:29.
And our PA announcer says 2:29. Ball game is tied 34.
Will Independence try to throw it, keep it on the ground? I think Jackson Campbell's going to try to, if he can hit the first guy, if not, he's going to scramble.
He's got three receivers to his left. Pass is caught. And
wait a minute.
Looked like that one may have squirted free. But they call it incomplete pass. And looks like that one. Check it on the replay here, Paul Breece.
We're going to see it right here. Jackson Campbell, his decision. He's going up right here. Nice play. And we'll see. Yep, kind of loses it.
Yep,
For sure. Ball does hit the ground. And a great job by the sideline judge. You know, obviously no replay in high school, so just have to go with it with the call now.
So fourth down.
Back deep for Summit. Number 9 is Switzer. Zach Switzer. See if he catches it clean right here. You don't need a bad snap if you're an Eagle. Good. Safe.
Kick is away.
Yep. End over end. He's got to come up and get that.
And the ball will take an Eagles roll and roll inside the 30-yard line. So on the clock, 2:18, all kinds of time.
Oh, sure.
For these Spartans.
2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the game. Hang on to your hat and your mask.
2:06 remaining. Summit taking over from their own 28-yard line. Wade again, we conferred with Paul Breece here. We think 4 touchdown passes by Destin Wade tonight. Does he have a 5th in him? 2:06 remaining. Spartans on the move.
Oh, what a tackle. That is Ethan Pickering. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, that guy's been everywhere.
Second down now for Summit.
Less
1:49 on the clock, second down.
So Sam Kerouac on the carry. No gain on the play.
140 and counting.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Wade again, faking the handoff, rolls to his left, finds a little bit of daylight, and he's got the first and a little bit more. Destin Wade
he may be gone.
finds a little bit more
and he
room and
tripped up.
falls down at the 30-yard line.
Oh, wait
Looked
a
like
minute.
he was off to the races, but now Wade is down.
You know what? The hamstring may have got him. You see him right here scrambling. All of a sudden, he sees a little daylight, and he decides, I'm going to burst this thing up here, and then we'll see just about right here, he sees daylight, and down he goes, untouched, and immediately
That looks like
grabs his
looking like a cramp there as they're
for sure. I mean, this kid is, throw, pat. I mean, he's been in every part of, everywhere. I mean, this guy's carried the ball.
Take another look.
I mean, this Independence just trying to stifle him somehow, but just can't do it.
I want to say that calf knotted up on him.
Well, for sure. Now, here's the thing, Michael Williams. Unless Coach Coleman calls a timeout, they're going to have to get a sub in for Destin Wade, and it'll be interesting to see who they bring in as the backup. And here's even the best part of this. Coach Blade, he knows his crunch time. He put Jackson Campbell back on defense. So the quarterback now is having to do a little both for Indy. But now that Destin Wade at least has to sit out one play because of this injury, the Spartans are probably trying to gather.
Well, we hope that's all it is a cramp.
Well, now that you've got your binoculars, man, this should be
I know,
an easy pick from here, right?
I'm right there.
Definitely looks like they're trying to stretch him out for sure. Well, we don't know exactly where we're going to be next week for our WCTV Game of the Week, but do know this. When we will, wherever we are, you can catch it here on the YouTube live stream as well. And, again, just excited to see high school football, right?
Austin Harvey, number 5.
Player on the field for Summit is number 1, Destin Wade.
Looks like he's the one warming up. So just making the guess that he may be the backup quarterback here. 1:17 to go.
Now, where the ball is spotted about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, and you said 1:17, Michael Williams. You know what? With I got to trust the. I don't know if I do trust the scoreboard. It does say 2 timeouts left for Summit. It'll be interesting to see if once they get him up, see if they can get him loose, Destin Wade comes back. And definitely a situation where...
Is his brother number 7? Is that right?
Keaton Wade?
Is Keaton number 7?
Yeah, he's on crutches. Yeah. So there we go.
So Destin's up. He's
not even putting any pressure on it, I don't think.
Not putting any weight on that left leg.
Okay, so let's check our rosters. Michael Williams for a big-time situation. Number 5.
So number 5,
Austin Harvey.
So Harvey back. He'll take over for Wade.
The sophomore. Hey, no pressure, young man. Border battle. We're tied at 34. You got a minute 17 to make something happen. Let's see what happens.
So they give inside to Kerouac, and he'll cross to the 25-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And the ball.
Big Sam, as I like to call him, he runs downhill with some steam behind him. He's going places.
The Spartans will take a timeout. Ball is spotted at about the 25-yard line. I think you just said 57 seconds is our official time remaining.
Well, once went an advantage to Summit with Destin Wade with having the ball with 2 minutes remaining. Now all of a sudden, you think if we make it to overtime, it's advantage Eagles with Jackson Campbell. Well, the athletic training staff, will they be the MVPs of this game? Can they get number 1 Destin Wade back in the game in time? Hopefully it was just a cramp, but, you know, with Summit calling timeout, that kind of does give them a little extra time maybe to try to see if they can get him up, work it out a little bit. If not, Harvey, it's like going to the bullpen, right?
57 seconds is the official game clock now. 57 seconds.
So Harvey again, the new quarterback for Summit. Destin Wade,
oh my,
long run just went out.
Oh my.
Harvey's going to have to run that one. He's going to be bottled up. A loss on the play.
You know, again, I've talked about it all night. The center quarterback exchange from shotgun has just not been very effective. And, you know, a player like Destin Wade probably could just have grabbed that and made it look nonchalant. Harvey comes in, and he's really got to work for it to get that ball.
So the Spartans will call timeout.
Let's see. I think I see Destin back there kind of gingerly walking around, unfortunately. Not sure if we'll see a return or not, but what do you have on the time, Michael Williams? Did you hear?
Well, we're under 50. I think we're 47 seconds to go.
Well, 3rd and about 8. You know, Summit, man, they've hit a unfortunate string of injuries with Destin and going out just now, Wirtz, and then early Caleb Jolly. Well, just as I say that, Jolly just comes trotting out. He's down here at the bottom of our screen right here, number 2.
Someone again, the inside give to Kerouac. Got a little bit of daylight.
Stiff
Can he
arm.
stay on his feet? And he'll get inside the 10-yard line. He's got the first. And Summit's going to have to hurry here.
Wow.
They're definitely within field goal range. They hustle up to the line.
Yep. Send them in. Or we try to get a replay
And
of
they'll
the spike.
Spike the ball. But
Wait
they'll
a minute.
will they call that a fumble or
I mean,
an incomplete pass?
Yeah, I would think so. His arm was definitely going forward for sure.
Clock now stops. 22 seconds officially on the game.
Uh-oh.
Wade is again trotting out onto the field. Stretching those calves out.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 22 seconds
22 seconds
in the ball game.
on the game clock. Fans want to remind you that all fans, including parents, cousins, uncles,
Kerouac able to make it down inside the 10-yard line. They've got the ball spotted at about the 8.
You know, if you're the Independence Eagles defense and you see number 1 coming walking back out, kind of disheartening, right?
Yeah.
But, you know.
But, yep, Destin Wade standing out there in the middle of in the huddle.
Well, here, I don't know how many timeouts Summit has left. If they have one, they're in good shape. If they have none, then Destin Wade is going to have to throw it no matter what, because if he gets tackled, the clock's going to run out.
Here's Wade again. He's in the shotgun. He'll take it himself and up the gut, and Wade will score.
Unbelievable.
Destin Wade from 8 yards out for, what was it, 3 plays,
Yeah,
2 plays?
2 or 3 plays, yeah.
And Wade puts his squad on top for the first time tonight. 40-34. We await the PAT. And that's a busted play, and again, that's so the try falls short. Our official time remaining is 17 seconds. Destin Wade with an 8-yard touchdown scamper.
18 seconds. Is that what you said, Michael Williams? I'm sorry.
I think he said 7. I think he said 17.
17 seconds. Jackson Campbell going to try to return this. I mean, this is huge. I mean, you can see as soon as Destin Wade breaks that first tackle, he's like, yeah, my calf doesn't hurt anymore.
Feels pretty good right now.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see the final stat line on this kid. I mean, in the back of my head, I'm thinking 200 yards rushing. I don't know. No? Maybe, definitely got to be 150,
Got to
right?
be up there. Got to be up there. But for sure, 4 touchdown passes.
Well, he's
Might
definitely,
as well. I think, yeah, you might be right. He might be up there 200 yards.
he's definitely got 2 touchdown runs for sure. You know what? Doesn't matter. That kid right there is a special.
Well,
special
he's the
player.
only thing that he's concerned about, I'm sure, is the scoreboard.
Well, you know what? Summit has been very lucky with these kickoffs. Let's see what happens. Let's see if someone other than Jackson Campbell receives the kick, if they hand it to him or lateral it to him. You know what I'm saying?
So they've got 17 and a half seconds remaining.
Let's see what happens.
Do they squib it? Do they go
No, they're
deep?
going to throw it. They're going to kick it right to him. Let's see what happens. He didn't get much of it.
Gamble turning up to the right side. Got a little bit of daylight. And they'll shove him out of bounds at midfield.
Okay.
And 9.5 seconds to go. You're probably going to may have enough time for 2 plays.
Well, you know, here's the deal. They're on to about the 50-yard line. They still have timeouts left. They could throw one about, 10 or 12 and then heave it to the end zone.
So a touchdown.
Wait a minute. We got a personal foul called after the play.
Must have been hit out of. They hit him out of bounds.
They somebody over there must have done something for sure. So they're going to walk it off 15. So to the 42, Michael Williams.
So the penalty will advance the ball to the Summit 42-yard line. 9.3 seconds remaining.
How about a gadget play right here?
Well, they've got 3 receivers to the left for Jackson Campbell. Do you go quick hitter right here or do you go deep?
Yep.
Quick
Get
hitter.
a timeout. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Pass is complete to
Number 10, Amore.
Amore on the reception.
2 seconds. Hey, Michael Williams, it's only a 6-point game, my friend. that missed botched extra point down there could have come back to haunt him.
So Indy will call timeout. 2 seconds remaining.
Man. Well, we have no clue on the scoreboard. We just know this is probably it. This is probably it. 2 seconds remaining. Jackson Campbell probably going to have to scramble a little bit to get his receivers down the field to give them a time, and then somebody's going to have to make a play.
Well, there you see your score. Summit on top, 40-34. Three receivers right for Jackson Campbell. 2 seconds remaining.
Good blocking.
Fires down to his left.
Oh, no!
Toss is incomplete. And the Spartans will take the victory in this border battle.
He was open.
He was open.
If it hit him in stride, he would have walked in. Great game, Michael Williams. Fantastic. Thank you so much, high school football, for bringing it back.
There you see our last play of the game.
This is it. A little short here as the D-back had slipped. And the Summit Spartans
open
are
receiver.
Tremendous.
For the second year in a row.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
For the second year in a row, the Summit Spartans take the border battle. 40-34, there your final score. Thank you so much for joining us for the WCTV Game of the Week for Paul Breece and all of our crew here with WCTV. Thanks so much. We'll see you again next Friday. There's your final.